of La Penta. This is WICR.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a special late night edition of the Sports Vault. The studio was locked, and let's just say after a steel chair through the window, I found my way into the studio, and I am psyched to break down the UEFA Champions League match yesterday. I mean, the way things worked out is I didn't get to watch the match live, so I got home, watched the Cavaliers game, caught the end of the Rangers game, and then watched the full Barcelona-Bayern Munich game, and thankfully, the result was not spoiled for me. I did hear some rumblings that Messi did a little bit of magic in the match, so certainly I was waiting for that, and certainly I was not disappointed when that magic did happen. But look, I think for the most part, when you look at this match, these were probably the two best clubs in the world in terms of their form right now. I think Bayern Munich and Barca were playing the best football in the world at this point. Barcelona, of course, playing at a different level than anyone. Bayern Munich, of course, had the injuries on their side, especially not having Ribery in this match. Didn't help them. But look, Barca didn't score the first goal of the game until the 77-minute mark. I really felt like this was such a precise match between both sides. I mean, it really was just a match where when you looked at it, it was almost perfection for until Barca just got those great goals. And look, there's a reason why his name is Lionel Messi, why he is the best player in the world. There are just things that he does that no other player is capable of doing. As I think you saw in that 80-minute mark goal where he scored against Boateng and just pretty much made him look silly. I mean, Messi just is at a different level. He's the LeBron James of soccer. He's just a transcendent talent that the game might never see again. And I think when you look at this match as a whole, until that moment, it really was a well-played game. I mean, look, Bayern Munich, for the most part, played very well in this game. I thought Barcelona came out very aggressive early, what you would expect. They certainly have the most gifted trio attack in world football. Neymar was played well. I thought Suarez played well. Now, I thought there were some times where Suarez maybe could have made the extra pass, but I think for the most part, the trio did their job well. Messi was moving his feet well like he always does. I thought Rakitic had a very strong game. I really liked what I saw to Rakitic. Again, the one thing from Barcelona is everyone on that team makes everyone else's job easier. It's just the way I think Barca is the most giving team in world football. It's just everyone makes the game easier for one another, from the passes to the chances they create to the way that they put pressure on the ball. They really are such a team-oriented, and they play for the team, and I think that pays dividends, and it's the reason why they've been in such magisterial form. Yes, magisterial in the words of Ray Hudson. It's just the things that they do that Luis Enrique has done for this squad. And it's interesting because not too long ago, I mean, around December, it seemed like, in January, it seemed like Luis Enrique was, it was not good. Things at Barca were not working out. Messi wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. Nobody was happy. But it seems like, men, when you look at where things are now, it certainly has changed. And in this one, an explanation mark. Honestly, it's going to be extraordinarily difficult to not see Barcelona moving into the final. And look, like I said all along, if you listen to my coverage, I think we got it right now. We got it made. You have the best four teams representing the best European leagues in the world. Barca and Real Madrid, the two best in La Liga. Obviously, the number one, Bayern Munich in Germany. It's not even a debate when it comes to Serie A. Juventus has had a firm control over that league for so long now, fourth year in a row, winning the Scudetto. So we got the four best in the world. I thought the two best took the pitch against one another last night. And clearly Barcelona, like I've thought all along, they win the match. They are the best team in world football right now. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to the job. Every single person in that Barca starting lineup, it seems like they just understand their role perfectly, and they perfectly execute their role. From Rakitic to Messi to Neymar to Suarez to Gerard Piqué to Alves, they all just know what their job is, and they do it fundamentally well. Now, Bayern Munich was very good Neuer played a very strong game. I thought there was a lot of good balls that against so many teams Barca plays would have been goals, but the way that he plays. Look, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. It's not a debate. He is. He showed it in the World Cup. He's shown it in the Bundesliga. He is the best goalie in the world. But last night, Barca, Messi, it's just too much. He's the best player in the world, Lionel Messi, and he showed it, especially with the goal in the 80th minute. Now, like I said at the top of the show, I was waiting for this Messi magic to happen. I kind of knew something spectacular was happening. I knew when he scored the goal at the 77-minute mark, it wasn't going to be that. And it was so late that these goals were conceded that I didn't know what else was going to come. But, man, 3 minutes later at the 80-minute mark, surely was not disappointed with Messi with that incredible goal. Again, we've all seen it a million times. I've been watching the goal over and over and over again, and it just pretty much, I think, if you showed somebody that little 15-second clip, that's all you need to see about Messi and why he's the best in the world. The precision, the slightest, slimmest, effective precision that he has, the way that he's just able to move Boateng and make him look like a fool, and then not a fool wherein, look, it's Messi. Boateng is a good player. Messi does this against anyone. And just in the way that he did that, it's just incredible the way he faked him out. And then the little touch he puts on the ball to get it over Neuer, just incredible, and it's something no one else can do. The touch that he has is just unearthly. I mean, I think that's the tweet I put out last night. You can follow me at SportsVaultIona. It was unearthly what Lionel Messi did in that regard, and we all win watching. We all win watching these two clubs take the pitch because the way that they play. I love Pep Guardiola. I think Luis Enrique is a very disciplined guy where sometimes you hate him, but sometimes that Bill Belichick type of personality wins. And certainly him and Barcelona are clicking. They've clicked tremendously, and they pull off a huge one last night. I think for certain there's no way basically Bayern at this point would have to beat Barcelona 4-0 at their place. And let's be honest, that's just not going to happen. Barcelona is not going to walk in there and lose 4-0. Now, to give Bayern credit, they have bounced back very well this year. If there's anything that Real Madrid and Bayern Munich have done this year, it's that coming off of adversity, facing adversity, coming off of a loss, they've done a tremendous job of coming back that next match, whether it's been in the Champions League or if it's been in their regular respective seasons. They've come back and they've answered big. But again, this is Barcelona. This is not those smaller clubs where you can kind of survive. This is FC Barcelona, and right now, like I said, they're the best in the world. I don't think it's a debate. I think they're just at a different level with the way that they play. Luis Enrique has got everybody on this team, and it's such a cohesive unit. If you have to compare Barcelona to Real Madrid, the thing you compare them on is the attacking trio. Real Madrid's Bale, Ronaldo, and Benzema to Barcelona's Suarez, Neymar, and Messi. And they are so inherently different, the three of them, the trio for both these clubs. I think as a whole, Barcelona is all about sharing the ball, creating chances for one another, not always needing to be the one to be in the limelight. I don't think you get that with Real Madrid. I think Ronaldo, to me, I don't ever knock him because he is the second best player in the world. Him and Messi are just at a different level. They're incredibly talented, transcendent, two of the greatest who ever played the game. But Bale is not willing to take away from the limelight. Bale wants to be the hero. Bale wants to score the goals. And when you look at, I think you got to compare Suarez to Bale because Suarez could be doing the same thing, that he could be dominating anywhere with his scoring ability, but he has accepted the system that Barcelona needs him to play in. He understands when you have Messi and Neymar, sometimes you've got to take a step back. You've got to be willing to create chances, to pass the ball, and he's done that tremendously. Bale still has not accepted that role, and I think it's the reason why it's fed up Real Madrid fans so much this season, and I think they are justified at points because, again, if you want to win, you see what Barcelona is doing, how cohesively they play, how every single player just looks like they've mastered their position. They're always in the right place at the right time, doing their job correctly. I think that's all you really need to see, and it's just incredible to watch. But right now, we are all winning, but I couldn't wait to come in and break down the Barcelona Bayern Munich match from yesterday because I waited all day, and certainly we were not disappointed. I think some of the Fox guys were saying it was one of the best matches they watched all year, and I would have a hard time disagreeing. I just think when you have Pep Guardiola's side against Luis Enrique's side right now, they're just the two teams are at a different level. Absolutely two of the best teams in the world, and they played like it. They showed it last night. But you cannot deny Lionel Messi. Neymar also with the score at the end, kind of a breakaway, which that one was kind of a given. But Messi, he worked all game. It was tremendous. The first one came, and man, the second one is one we will certainly not stop talking about. For more coverage, again, I'm always tweeting about this stuff at SportsVault Iona. You can catch all my thoughts there tonight. Probably a little bit of a slower night, especially in the NBA front. Champions League returns next week. We'll certainly be excited to watch those. But, I mean, just to leave you with this thought, I think, again, Barcelona is not going anywhere. They're moving on to the final. And Juve, Real Madrid is the tough one because Juve obviously is going to have a ton of confidence coming off their win. Real Madrid has bounced back very well, like I've cited early in their segment, and still need to do a little bit more thinking on that one. But right now, I would still think that Real Madrid has a very good shot to come out of it. And hopefully, I mean, look, as a fan, I think a Classico rematch would be incredible as a fan, but I am Italian. I always root for the Italian sides, and as an Italian fan, I would really like to see Juve get to the final. I think it'd be big for Italy. It'd be huge for Serie A. But again, you really can't lose with whatever matchup we get because it's just world-class football. These teams, these clubs are just at a different level from everything for their execution to everything that they do. It's just world class, and we all win watching it. But I'm Jersey Joe Archino, and that is going to end it for this segment. Back in a little bit.